One of the men convicted in a well-known 1992 murder case is asking for a new trial. And he's getting help from the Wisconsin Innocence Project. Ray Moore was one of 6 men arrested and eventually convicted in the murder of paper worker Tom Monfils. Monfils was found in the bottom of a pulp vat, which was at that time known as the James River Paper Mill on Green Bay's east side. In 2001, one of the men, Mike Piaskowski, was set free, and a federal judge ruled there wasn't enough evidence to convict him. Now attorneys representing Ray Moore say he deserves a new trial.
The prosecutor who originally handled the case, however, says Moore was rightly convicted for his role in the murder. Fox 11's Lou Hillman has balanced coverage.
Nearly 15 years after being convicted for his role in the murder of Tom Monfils, Ray Moore is asking for a new trial. The move comes after one of the men who testified against Moore allegedly changed his story.
His testimony was really the only thing that is keeping Ray Moore in prison now.
His name is James Gilliam. He's the man Moore shared a cell with while in jail. At trial, Gilliam testified Moore told him that he participated in Monfils' murder.
He said he just stood over like everybody else, and he just came from with his fist over the head, just like that, just hitting him on the head.
New court documents, however, contend that during a recent interview with students working with the Wisconsin Innocence Project, Gilliam allegedly said Moore had instead told him that he tried to prevent the attack from happening.
It makes a big difference that he's said something very different than the testimony he gave at trial.
The Wisconsin Innocence Project is arguing Moore deserves a new trial because of the inconsistencies in Gilliam's statements. The man who prosecuted the case in 1995 disagrees. Brown County District Attorney John Sikowski says Moore did play a role in Monfils' murder and that he would have been convicted even without Gilliam's testimony.
That particular witness was marginal at best, was not critical or central to the conviction of Mr. Moore, and quite frankly, I think there's evidence that he's recanting his recantation.
Ray Moore has claimed his innocence from the start. He also testified he never even talked to Gilliam about Monfils' murder.
My lawyer told me not to say nothing, not to do nothing to nobody. So I went in, I sat there, I didn't say a word.
The focus on Gilliam is not the linchpin of what put Mr. Moore in prison.
A judge will hear Moore's motion for a new trial in November. James Gilliam is expected to testify at that hearing. In Green Bay, Lou Hillman, Fox 11 News.
The 5 men still in prison are serving life terms, but all have different initial parole eligibility dates. That date is the first time they can ask to be released from prison. Ray Moore and Michael Hearn are eligible for parole April 1st of next year. Dale Johnson is eligible for parole April 1st of 2011. Dale Baston can request parole on October 1st of 2012. And finally, Keith Kutzka, whose theft of an extension cord was the initial event that started these events in motion, is eligible for parole on April 1st of 2015.